me. If we feel there's corruption, we have a right to go to a foreign country. And just so you know, I was investigated. Okay, me, in my campaign, I ran, I won. I was investigated. You won't say that, will you? I was investigated, and they think it could have been by UK. They think it could have been by Australia. They think it could have been by Italy. So when you get down to it, I was investigated by the Obama administration. I was investigated. So when these people talk, but as far as I'm concerned, what I want to look at and what we want to investigate, anything having to do with corruption.
I think there's something, I think all that we've discussed, premeditated fraud, FISA court, dirty dossier, spying on a president, outsourcing of spying. I feel there's something so big in play that I think the deep state knows it. Andrew Weissman kind of referred to it in his comments. Don't take heart in the McCabe thing, because this is much bigger than you ever will know. That's what I believe. It's going to shock the conscience of a nation in the end. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I think Crossfire Hurricane was a danger to democracy. I think it should never happen again. I think it was set up to destroy the Trump campaign, not protect it from Russian influence.
So it is to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive.
Howdy, hey, everybody.
Howdy, howdy, hey. What's going on?
How we doing?
What is up?
You sound a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing...
a little healthier.
Okay, wait, is that right?
How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm trying to see these chats. Okay, they are all the way down on you. I wanted to maybe pull those up a little. I don't really like them going through you so much, you know?
Gotcha.
It's just there. Perfect. Look at that. Right on the edge.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, how is all the Patriots? How are all the Patriots doing? Gotta get adjusted here. Got my, was kind of messing around with things a little bit here and there throughout the...
A little tweak here and there. Last minute adjustment.
All right, so we're just going live. I want to do some testing with the new phone line. Lots going on, folks. Lots going on. Still, who do we trust? Who are the players? We are yet to see where all that leads. Yeah. It's
wow. Makes you wonder.
Hard one to follow if you're not paying attention, and then even if you are paying attention, still can be very, very rough to get through when you're trying to dig through all the. But hey, stick to the D class or the things that have been declassed. Some of the all these reports and IG reports and things that have come out the last few summers. Those aren't typically available so quick. That's due to Trump trying to be transparent with nothing to hide. You know, you got to look at that stuff. You got, the news will say this. I mean, the prime example of that Woodman was during this last Horowitz, his little thing, and everyone's like, he came out, and it took 2 days, and then it was like, wait a minute, look what he said, and people were going back, pulling out little clips from when he was live. The way they came across, the way most of the media would spin it that night was no big deal here. But everything was wide out in the open. He said things. He talked about 17 omissions and errors.
Yep.
And it was like they were able to comment the way that they projected it outward. But if you actually looked at that and listened to it, he basically really gently talked about crimes. Because at that level, you don't get to just say sorry or oops. This is what we get. This is what we get people on 24/7. But we did it. Our bad. That was a mistake. So don't buy into all that, folks. That's bad people telling you.
Well,
we didn't do that.
He couldn't arrest anybody or anything, so he didn't have that power.
Oh yeah, Horowitz. He just recommended.
Yeah,
and that's the issue, Woodman. He has recommended even in his last little IG that he went toting around in an area, because that's the whole thing. He gets called into certain little aspect, a certain little angle, an office involving 25 people, and he's going to look at that. He doesn't really go outside of that, what he's tasked to do.
Right.
Now, he looked at upper echelon, which was Rod Rosenstein or McCabe again, I think it was last summer, or Rod Rosenstein and McComey. Charges were recommended. But
recommended it.
Well, and it's clear cut. What the point is being made is charges from within the DOJ, from lawyers and whatnot, recommend charges based on crimes committed. And if you look at what's going on in other aspects, like people around Trump, like when Trump got investigated for Russia collusion, the Mueller team, they pulled in 2,000 witnesses, or however many. I don't know the exact numbers, but we can say 500 witnesses, subpoenaed over 1 million documents. Trump's lawyer got hemmed up. Carter Page, Papadopoulos, all these people, General Flynn, for lying. All right, I mean that's what that one cook lady, or I don't know her name. Dang it, I'm having a brain fart here, but. She was doing Martha Stewart. All right, let's put it that way. Martha Stewart. You know who that is?
Oh,
okay.
Yep,
she got hemmed up in insider trading type thing. All right, she owned a bunch of stock in her Better Homes or whatever company. Martha Stewart. She was selling stuff at Walmart for years. Had a whole line, exclusive line with Target, Walmart, something, and she. Got called in because she sold off a bunch of stocks or however it went down, and it was like noticeable because of the amount of profits, and then the company tanked. That the owners of these companies can't ditch stuff 30 days prior to a company bankrolling or flipping. So they questioned her. She lied. She ended up going down not for the crime of insider trading. She went down for a lesser charge of lying to the investigators while they were trying to figure all this out. Got the minimum sentence for that, 5-6 months or whatever she got.
I don't remember now.
Yeah. So what the point is these people in charge have the same crime.
Right.
So how come nobody's going down?
Well, they're not gonna, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna. We already know by them doing what they're doing right now, they're making themselves look really, really, really bad. And how deep does that go? I mean, think about
arrest are easy, arrest are easy, folks. Sometimes destroying the institutions of where this, because we know these are just one bad seed or two bad seed or three bad seed. You don't.
Right.
Not everybody's doing this, but the ones that are, they're destroying their own self. They're destroying the institution with it. And then we can see that you can't trust upper echelon. Arrests do come easy. Destroying institutions of evil are much harder. And plus, making arrests when half the country doesn't think that somebody did something wrong tends to lead to other issues. Look into it. If they would have moved under the Obama administration, maybe even back it up to the Bush administration, I'll be fair. The corruption under the Bush administration into the Obama administration. If you have a corrupt president or corrupt people up in that position, that they've gotten that high of power, and then the media's blissfully showing you a picture of falseness for 5 years straight, 8 years straight, how does anybody stop that? They would be deemed the terrorist. They would be deemed the coup coming in to take down a perfectly sitting president. So that didn't happen. They had to be exposed. Believe it or not, things have to be exposed And otherwise, it just doesn't make sense to wake up under the Obama administration one morning, scratching your eyes, and on news, Obama has been arrested along with 52 people in his cabinet and people all around him. And everyone would have been like, wait a minute, the last week in the news has been great. He's been doing great things for the world. I know of no crime. Yeah, we didn't know of any crime because nothing was getting reported on. Because nobody was doing their job. In the media, it's the media's fault. So we don't. I agree that there's been crimes now, and nobody's truly been arrested. I don't know if Barr's the clutch man in place, stopping everything from going down. I know there's a lot of like the charges against Roger Stone. That was low-level lawyers left behind from the Mueller investigation, wrapping up the whole Mueller thing. That all had to do with that. So they throw in the maximum amount of 9 years, and then that comes to Barr's attention, I guess, and then Barr's like, no, it should be 2 to 3, and now they're calling for his recusal, and Barr failed to charge these people over here. For what reason other than that he just didn't see fit, or some say there's a bigger plan, and you don't have to believe any of that. You can take it for face value. That's your right to do. So you should take it for face value that somebody didn't hold somebody accountable. Chalk that up to much of the same of what we've had for 100 years. That would go right into line with what has been going on for a very, very, very long time. What's going to change? Well, one thing changing right now is Trump's non-stop rhetoric about the deep state, the coup against them, and what's been going on. So does Trump, if, moving forward, because this is all we're at this point, is watching, informing the public as much as we can. And it is, unless you've been engulfed in this for the last 3 or 4 years, and looked at a lot of the D-class and separated yourself from a lot of outside sources. Because anytime you want to look at some good intel and you got a lot of good things, you can separate yourself from all outside sources, and logically, that's how it works in the intelligence communities. You don't sit there and have discussions and 100% take in everything. You look at the facts, actually, and you come to conclusions based off the facts. And so, again, it's interesting, and we won't know. So, moving forward, does Barr do the right thing, or does he not?
God, I hope so. I hope so,
and
man.
I use the word Barr because we know that Barr put in Durham. All right, Durham was appointed by Barr, so therefore Durham's going to report back to Barr, and this is going to be with the Attorney General's decision to look at all the stuff Barr gathered and do something with it. Now, is that logical that if you have a streamlined investigation going on, like a timeline at the very top that's overlooking lots of different angles, and these things pop up surfaceably underneath that would be almost maybe the same crime as that you'd get up here. Now, I'm not being delusional. That happens. Could they have charged them and it wouldn't interfere with this streamlined one? Some say, yeah, you can. That way it gives people hope. Well, that's personal agendas coming out now. Because you're using words hope to give you hope that there is some justice going on, to give you some hope that these people are doing the right thing. That's story. That's self-gratifying things. This waking up the public isn't, a lot of people on this channel I'll use for an example, Woodman, this, they come in, they're like, wow, just found your channel, great stuff, I knew none of this, I was actually a Democrat. And that's a worst case scenario example I'm picking, and no names, because this isn't an exact story, this is a compilation of maybe 50 different chatters, but I'll put it this way. They come in, they act like they knew of nothing. I don't know where they came from. Maybe they were into chemtrail conspiracy videos a week before. I don't know. But they come in, they get into this, they go from being very happy, thinking, and then all of a sudden on week 2, you see them commenting, I get it. When are the arrests going to happen? And then from there on out, that's all they talk about, the arrest. They've come to this conclusion that they believe in the stories. They get it now. And now all of a sudden it's about showing them arrest so they can wrap up the story in movie mode in fast time and still have time to go do some other shit. I'm telling you what, this was never about showing anybody arrest. This is about waking everybody up to the truth of what is going on. And I know for a fact that is working. I know that these leftist people that get up on stage and lie and lie and lie some more, they are now being harassed at their own events where it should be nothing of their own supporters there. They're being harassed and driven out and screamed at. And how long does that last? Can they put up with that? So on those scales, it's working. It's waking people up to the lies. I like to use that Biden, that, you know, they know that Biden was supposed to be the front runner. Come on. The guy was vice president. He's been around 39 years. Once their own supporters don't support a candidate, they can't even make the illusion work. So then they spin it to be like, well, Trump wasted impeachment on a fourth runner. Not even like Buttigieg or Biden or Bernie, man. He spent his gun. He got impeached over the fourth place guy in the Democratic Party. Well, I firmly believe that is because of work that we do, that other channels, American Joe, Robert, all of them, all the other channels out there that dial in on those facts that this guy is not what he claims to be. There's some other things going on. Nobody has a son that gets cocaine booted out of the Navy and then trips and falls and lands into 166,000 a year. That's the high end speculated. Yes, 80,000 low end. That's double what you were making in the service. Wow.
More than double.
And you didn't prove to be so honorable.
Yeah.
You didn't prove to be so honorable in the military even to be. I mean, how did he get the clearances? Your clearances are typically wiped from something like that, drug use and officer in the military. So I finally, you didn't have to have any kind of clearances to sit on this energy board and do nothing. Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, typically to do business overseas and stuff, your clearances, it just stinks to high heaven, folks. It's worth looking into. I'm telling you.
Forget the clearance thing. They have no education on the fact at all about running a company like that. I mean, where's their experience at? I mean, you have to have experience before you can even worry about trying to get classified for it, security wise.
Yeah.
There's so, and well, now look, and they're not the only ones that had a son or daughter, well, sons, I guess they all were, involved in that Burisma, But
there's a lot of politicians' kids.
They're all there, man.
So
I don't want you to know that. Forget that.
You guys, it's good to dig. You need to dig. And at this part of the game, I have come to the conclusion that a lot of these people we're dealing with, they're just morons. They're people that even when I've met people like this in real life, and I'm not being attackful, but I just wouldn't deal with them too long. I don't like to. I will not hold a discussion with somebody that only gets, well, that's not what the news is telling me. I mean, because I get where those people are at. I don't really blame them, but I also know their level of engagement. And if people admit that to you, well, I don't know anything, but here's my opinion on it. Well, then it's just unfounded, and it's, you can listen, you can play along with it, but at this level of the game, 3 years into just these subjects and looking at all the D-class and looking at all the lines and connections, there's no changing of the mind unless facts change and more facts come out, which we're always looking for in the form of D-class or anything like that. So a lot of the storylines of the news, the mainstream, it's just hit or miss. And I mean, even CNN has Trump supporters working for them. They make sure they cover and have Trump supporters at CNN. Now, do they run their own shows? Heck no. These people are on internet-based articles only for CNN to pump out things in the background that you can actually come across, even from years ago or from days ago. And they will be like of good Trump support. They'll cover a story very accurately, or the narrative that we would think is accurate compared to the opposite. And then that way they're covered. They say, no, we had this one guy, pop that out. It's over there. We got very little views. We don't promote it much. But in the long string of things, it's out there. And they were right. But yet this other guy on their channel was wrong, maybe. And that's the guy they give all the airtime to. So they play these funny games. And there's a reason for that if you look into it. To keep your credentials, to show that you were right at one point. And if you're going to spit out a straight lie over here and on your back end you got somebody putting out an article to be 100% right, then you can show that, and you might not lose your credentials because, well, we got it right here and we put that out 10 minutes before this guy aired, so technically this was first, and it was, you're saying that. If you're being confronted with things that are proven down, it takes time, and people have to file paperwork, and so anyway, do your research, believe everything you'll want, or watch everything you want, believe none of it, ever, and not even here until you can verify it. So again, don't get wrapped up, don't get all heart-tugged. It's good to get angry. You want justice. I never will shame anybody for that, honestly. But don't swim around in the eddies either, and time will tell. There's not much more time left for anything. There really isn't. So in the scheme of things, if we've been duped since 1871, and here we are 150 years in, and I believe everything to be fruit of the poisonous tree since that date, every person that's joined the federal, and that even lead to presidents. I mean, that whole aspect is kind of wrong, and it's doing the wrong thing. So, what's been going on with all that? I mean, we could just jump into the issues right now, like we always do. And this is where we swim. But there's a lot that's happened in the past to get us to where we're at. So you got to understand lots of that. Go into the 1913 Federal Reserve, Woodrow Wilson selling out the country. He regretted it. Yeah. Some of them speeches you see from these presidents, or these statements that they made, you don't make much sense until put into context of if you know some history of what they really knew that they messed up. So, lots happening, and I would say this: Barr and Durham are really some of the last blockades that we're going through, and we're either going to see the right thing done or the wrong thing done. There's not any in between. There's not any kind of on the fence. And then we see the next move of Trump, whether he conforms, which I've never seen him do yet, or he sticks on his path of what's going on. Now, the last several days, he's made lots of comments as well, Woodman. The video we showed kind of breaking in here. Coups and Hannity says it, it's going to be shock the conscience of our nation to find out some of these things. There's very few people at this point that stick with that and take comfort in the facts, and what's coming. Others, you see them persuade very easily by the mainstream, the games being played on the stage, basically. And it's not that you shouldn't, folks, because that is much of real life. What happens in the media, most people watch that, and that's what they repeat. We call those the regurgitators, the ones that cut through the living room and see a 2-second clip on CNN or a 2-minute clip and stop long enough to get all that in their head, and then that's what they use as defense. That's their research, man. I stood in front and watched CNN for 2 minutes, man. And you're the conspiracy, though. Well, what do you know about Epstein or Biden's business dealings? I don't know. About a month delved into just that situation and all the lines and tangles and backdooring. And you know what? Honestly, we talk about how Trump called out Biden. Maybe that was wrong. He's a political, Biden's running. He's a candidate of Trump. Maybe Trump should have called out his son and kept it all about Hunter. Never used Joe. And people are like, well, he's going after his son, but it's really just to get to Biden because Biden's probably involved. Well, people would start coming to those conclusions. Like, well, no, he's talking about Hunter. Well, nothing to do with Joe. What do you think this? Oh, you think Joe maybe got Hunter the job? And, you have to find the legality of stuff. But maybe he should have kept it all about Hunter. It was just that much of a difference, Woodman, to be correct. Because maybe Hillary didn't break the law. And it's like, we all say, everyone's like, well, Hillary paid a foreign asset, Christopher Steele, a former MI6 intelligence officer to write a fake dossier. And facts actually, when people say that, are wrong because she didn't. They had a company in between, this Fusion GPS, and then people in between that. So they had the, like, and nobody ever screams that out. Nobody says, well, Hillary hired this person to grab that person, and then they hired this person to do that, and then they got this. They just literally say Hillary did this, because that's what it was. But they must have looked at the damn rules of the playbook of law breaking and was like, okay, as long as we hire a third subsidiary and then their brother to their sister's mother, we're good. So that's exactly possibly what happened, or we know that's what happened, all right? Do they never find that she broke the law because of the 3-step jump system? That's how good criminal operates. They learn the law, and then they use the law to their advantage.
Hopefully they left something out. Overlook one little thing. That's all you hope on. Hey, that's why this stuff takes time. The bad thing is, really, the major sad thing is, in all honesty, we really won't know.
Well, I got buddies, Woodman. We got sources, we got buddies. We don't talk about secret people. My source, we don't have them on. We don't do it like that. We get information that we bring to you in the form of videos. Anything we get has been divulged through sourcing and videos that basically take you to the idea. We talk about that. Somebody that has high level intel. How do they guide you without breaking NatSec rules themselves? They every 6 months they're going to have the lie detector test. Maybe 6 months, maybe sometimes it's depending on your clearances. Once a year, once every 2 years, or once every 6 months. But the questions come up: have you divulged any information to any family members or friends or family, or in any way, shape, or form? And certain questions of and it's like, no, and whether or not that spikes on you. But you can guide people, folks. You can guide people surely, and if you knew the games. So me and Woodman have talked about this. Like if I'm looking at access and have very much plausible deniability at things I'm looking at in a collective system, and it's, I can see a fuller picture, and let's just say I'm horned in on a possible plane attack that's supposed to be happening out of a certain airport at a certain time. And that's all it is. It's a bunch of noise. It's not set in stone, but and if you look at like 9/11, that was happening. You had people like Condoleezza Rice or whatever back in the Bush administration recorded phone calls out of the White House talking to people in LA, a good friend of hers, saying, don't get on planes tomorrow. I don't know there's talk. I'm just telling you, do not get on any planes tomorrow. And these people heard, so that's a form of that, and to come home, like, to know, like, my son's getting on this very plane, like, you can't get on there. There's supposedly going to be something going off on it. You don't want to get on. That would be breaking in. When coming up on review, I would fail the, the lie detector test. But now if I offered, like, I know my son's getting on that plane, and without just telling him straight out to ruin my job or my career, I can be like, son, let me take you to the airport tomorrow. I'm going to get some breakfast. I'm going to get you to the airport. And maybe while we're in eating breakfast, I step out to use the restroom. I tell him I'll be back. I'm running to use the restroom in the facility. And then I run out and I pop a hole in my tire. And then when we go to leave, I'm like, oh man, we got a flat tire. And that takes 20, 30 minutes. I don't have my lug nut with me. And oh man, we just end up missing the plane.
Yep. Got to reschedule.
Now, he knows nothing. I just thinks the tire is flat, and bad accident and bad luck on our part for stopping and having breakfast.
And you didn't.
I just avoided him, and I didn't break any rule.
Yeah.
But I guided him.
But they have to monitor things like that. If you get to the security level we were at, they have to monitor things. They can't take a chance.
Just telling you, folks.
Yeah.
Just telling you. So, anyway.
I didn't do it.
We got people. We've talked to some good buddies of ours. People are still in. They're having a hard time looking at all these crimes, actually. Some of the stuff that the people did, they're literally arguing who did what, or who to charge, even, Woodman.
Yeah.
Either is it a state crime, federal, is it military worthy, tribunals worthy, or just your typical court proceedings in Washington. A lot of these grand juries are going to come into play because of it's out of the D.C. area. You got to remember, 98%, 96% of D.C. is a swamp. They did not vote for Trump. They did not want him in.
Yeah.
So those are that's your jury of peers is that as well. Then
Yeah, but a lot of those things are all intertwined too. So like you say, it's really difficult. You've got to make sure everything's really proper, Yeah, it's interwoven, military and governmental and yada yada yada. That's the very, very tricky part of it. Ooh, all right, Collins.
All right, we are going to test this out, folks. Brand new number because we have to do things differently. We have to keep testing. So I'm going to open it up. 202-506-9005. Again, that's 202-506-9005. Give us a call. I don't know if we got any of our chatters or mods. Grillin', get that number, 202-506-9005. And we'll see. We'll take a call. And just give them a minute here for people to catch up to what we're saying because we are probably 20 seconds off. Welcome, everybody's coming in late. Nobody got notifications. Hey, and figures. Got about 400.
Well, I got mine about 3 minutes after the show started. That was pretty nice of them, to give me an alert like that. Very nice, very nice. 3 minutes into the show. Unbelievable.
Fluid pour. Call in to give it a test. We need you to call in, brother. Even if it's just to say hello and hi.
Yeah, let us know how it's doing in Carolinas.
All right, you're on the Patriot Hour. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us? We hear you.
Fantastic. Hey, but just wanted to thank you guys for all the work. But it's truly above and beyond, but it's so worth it. Thank you very much.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right, thanks. Perfect. Let me see here. I don't know if I have this app running. I'm getting phone calls. Hold on here, folks.
All right.
I want to get this app running. All right, you're on the Patriot Hour. Can you hear us?
Yes, Michael, thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, my brother. How are you doing?
Really good, really good. How are you on this Tuesday afternoon?
Gentlemen, feel about Trump's lack of acknowledgement of what's going on with Julian Assange.
All right, hold on here. So you're say that again for I got the beeps are coming in, but I'm working on getting them turned off. Go ahead and say that again.
About Trump's, I guess you could say, lack of acknowledgement regarding Julian Assange and his extradition.
So you're saying that Julian Assange was extradited?
It looks like he's going to be. It doesn't look like Boris Johnson's going to do anything, or Queen Elizabeth is going to do anything to stop it.
Now, weren't they trying to bring him here to the U.S.?
Correct. If they do that, do you think Trump will do the right thing? And if he's brought on charges, will he pardon him? Or will he just stay back?
All right. Let me. I'm gonna hang up with you and answer that question. Give me 1 second.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right, you guys. I'm sitting here trying to set up this call. Waiting 1 second here. Blocked. Waiting. All right. I think I might have it here. Save changes. Ignore. Accept. All right. You're on the Patriot Hour. Are you there? All right, I hung up on him. We'll see if the next one
New
comes
equipment,
in.
folks. New equipment,
All right,
folks.
new equipment. Now we're good. I don't think we'll get beep-ins. That was the whole thing I was trying to avoid, and it looks like I have to have this other piece of software up. So now we'll see if we can get a call in, and if we don't get bothered. So on his question, extradition of Julian Assange, there's been a lot of lack of that. I know there's been some talk. Will he be brought to the U.S.? I'm going to actually look into that a little bit and write that down because I want to get back to that. It was a great question. What are my thoughts on it?
I'm not versed in it.
Well, yeah, that goes a little deep. Make sure that we're... Hello, you're on the Patriot Hour.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
I don't hear anything.
No, you don't. You won't. It's like it's not
Wow.
Hold on here, folks.
Bear with us.
Maybe I clicked something. Okay. Now that's up.
All right. Let's get a call in. Come on, Guy, call in.
All right, you're on the Patriot Hour. What is going on? You're on the Patriot Hour. Are you on? Hello? Hello?
Hello, you're on the Patriot Hour.
Yes.
Hello, Michael. Charlie from Kentucky calling, and I'm just so worried that we're just all talking. Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, why I'm calling is I'm fearful we're pushing a rope here. Everything is just status quo forever and a day. So that's my fear. Thank you, Michael and Woodman.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean,
so.
you should have that fear. I get it. We're just getting call after call. So we're just going to keep going through because this is awesome. Are you on? Can you hear us? This is a Patriot Hour. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Can you hear us? Turn down your monitor in the back and just listen to the phone call.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? What you got a question or anything going on? What you want to get out? All right, so I went ahead and hung up on that one. You guys, if you're watching the show and then you call in, you can't be staring at a screen. You're going to get really messed up in the head because it's not going to line up.
I know that for a fact.
This is a Patriot Hour. This is Michael and Woodman. What's going on?
Hey, I was just calling to respond to the gentleman that just spoke to you from Kentucky. Says we're pushing the rope. I know there's a lot of people that feel like that, but it's like some people I even watch on YouTube that do that, but they're not paying attention to the back channels that we're paying attention to. And we're not pushing a rope, but it's almost up. And I say, God bless you guys, and thanks for always feeding us the good information.
All right, thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that was a very, very good point. And I'm going to take this off the hook for a minute just to iterate on that. And that's the thing, folks. Can never blame somebody for not, I mean, like a prime example would be in last night. I used to follow Q, but now I don't. That just means that somebody came to the conclusion that they no longer, like I don't go to CNN for articles because I've come to the conclusion that is garbage information. So you don't go to those sources. Now, I haven't come to that conclusion based off of Q. I've always read them. It's more of a personal thing, but it takes you to articles that are just as out there like anything else. Or, a lot of times it's some D-class, but it would point to an article nestled out by the mainstream media right when Trump won or something. So what you might have gotten are bad decodes from people. If you remember, for a long time early on, I wouldn't decode. I'd just read them for what they were, because I wanted you guys to come to your own conclusions off that information. Other people would take line by line and be like, okay, so what that means, or what I think it means is this, and then by next week we should have that. And then when something didn't pan out, dates were given out by lots of people coming to their own conclusions. So think about that. Did you decode them yourself, or did you let somebody else decode? And if you're looking at information, you look at a lot of it. And at any time you think you get bad things, you separate that. Even within the queue, disinformation was possible, or was there. Why? There's no way to get information out to just the masses and good people that are following it, even if their enemies are going to be there looking at the same information. So that was something to put in with all the other stuff you're looking at. Well, I've done it. I've done it for 3 years now. And I think I see the narrative of the story, folks. I'm not saying that, with each person getting let off the hook, that you shouldn't be upset or mad a little bit. There's plenty of that to go around for all of us. We want justice, and however that can come. I do know there's a bigger investigation going on. I do know that there's a bigger investigation going on. That's one thing. Do I know that they're going to do the right thing? Hell no. So that's where we watch. All right, we got Chester. Chester Stanley, what's going on? This is Mike at the Patriot Hour. Go ahead, Chester.
Hello.
Turn down your device in the background.
All right, we got Chester Stanley, what's going on? This is Patriot Hour. Okay.
All right, what's going on?
What is it that you want to know?
Well, what do you
have? As far as Q plus is the president. Q is AI that I developed. Okay? What you're going to probably see happen, they're all going to be taken out, the whole government. Okay? It's all going to be replaced. It will be replaced kind of like a kingship, but it's going to be a queenship. Okay? We're going to use the top 100 women in colleges. They're going to run the Senate and the House. And basically, we're going to kill all the agencies. We're going to leave ICE. We're going to leave a couple more entities in, but DOJ, FBI, and CIA will be canceled. All tickets, okay? We're going to stop all funds and find out where the money's going, and then we're going to redevelop the government. That is the plan, and it's going to happen pretty quick, because we just found out that China shipped 4 nuclear weapons to Iran, and 2 of them's over here in evergreen containers.
Wow. So we're pretty much on track then with 1871 and the deception that happened.
Hello?
So when you hear the term Mayday, it'll have new meaning. Thank y'all very much. This is Q out.
Wow. I do not know what that was. Well, I mean, he said what it was, but again, that was a call.
Yep, an opinion also.
And I mean, those lot of things he said there would be agreeance with me. These agencies that are have been heavily abused at the upper echelon, and we talk about the brick and mortar or the rank and file being good, but it doesn't matter. If you have bad leadership, then the rank and file are all following suit and doing jobs that they are being told to do. All right, we got another call here. This is a Patriot Hour. You got Michael and Woodman. What's going on?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how's it going?
This is Fluid Pour.
What is up, brother?
All right.
Hey, man. Hi, Woodman. Hey, Mike.
How
Can
you
you
doing,
turn
brother?
up your volume just a touch?
My volume on my mic?
Yes. It's kind of difficult for me to hear you. My video feed is off.
Gotcha.
So I can hear you clearly. I just wanted to call, let you guys know we made it to South Carolina.
All right.
And
Can you hear me a little better?
Back up, Phil. filling a U-Haul and feeling a hell of a lot better.
All right. Well, that's good, brother.
Great.
Yeah, we're looking for a house. We're just it's going to take some time.
Well, we're all praying for you and the family. How's everyone? Are the kids already in school, or are you guys getting them adjusted, or waiting on records?
No, we have to go back up to New York with the kids. When we do, we're going to check them out of school totally because they're on vacation this week. And then we will come back down here with a loaded U-Haul, I pray. And we just trying to find the funding. We're getting it. It's just slow going. Trying to get the funds to secure the U-Haul and or Penske truck. And then we're going to be rolling down here permanently. And I'm done with communist America.
All right.
I think we all are.
Love you, Woodman.
Brother.
Love you too, brother.
Stay good, you and the family, and we'll talk soon. Give me a call later this evening. We'll actually talk on the phone. So,
all right,
brother. God bless. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace. God bless you guys. Bye.
Awesome. Fluid pour. We're not getting any more beep-ins either, so I think this is working out pretty well.
Good.
So grilling, this will be the new number. Keep it written down. This is like a DC number I picked. That way you guys can call. And it's like the swamp, DC draining of the...
Washington, D.C. Yeah.
Calling of the swamp.
I didn't answer it when he called me.
Mike, just saying. 202-506-9005. Please turn down your monitor, whatever device you're listening on, because you will not be able to see yourself. After the phone call, you'll hang up, you'll get to see the last couple of seconds of yourself if you get your TV back up or your device. But just like in real radio, there is a delay, and that's not caused by us. I put out 0 delay, but there's naturally one. There's just going to naturally be one. Actually, we probably only got time for like one more. I'm not opposed to going live again later this evening and doing another round of call-ins. We got this working. I've been itching to get to the show all day. I got enough time here. We can do another call or so, and then me and Woodman need to wrap this up because I got to leave for a little bit.
I gotta go to the store.
Keep it real. So I don't know if people are trying to call and we're getting jam ups, or if just nobody's calling. So either way, and I want to say thank you to Lisa Taylor. Need another Digital Warrior video. My son is Army Reserves and works Lockheed, both classified, so I'm in the dark. Oh, we got a call here. Let's take it.
All right.
This is the Patriot Hour. What's going on? Can you hear us? Hello.
Wow.
This is somebody wanting to call to let us hear our own show in the background. Thank you. No biggie. You guys, for sure, if you're sitting there watching on your TV because you streamed it over and then you pick up your phone to call, just make sure you mute that TV. You don't need to stop it or nothing. Just need to mute it. Otherwise, you're going to be confused because you're hearing us on the phone and you're watching the TV. You're going to have to go back and watch yourself on the show. Back in time.
Back in time.
All right, well.
All right.
One more. We got one more chance here. Here it comes. Patriot Hour, what's going on?
Hey, Mike, this is Danny from California. How you guys doing this afternoon, Woodman?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing
I
great.
do all right myself. I'm out here on the job site. I watch you guys on a regular basis. I just wanted to check in and tell you guys that out here in California, life's a little different and tougher. People are still people, and everybody's starting to wake up and pay attention. And though life got tough and things are not convenient or easy, facing the truth has never been a bad thing for good people.
Correct.
That's right. That's very powerful. Nobody's ever been, popular for telling the truth. Nobody's become famous for telling the truth. Those are a few things to remember,
I'm sorry, I'm having a real hard time hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to mess with this. You'll hear it on the show, but I responded to you a little bit there. Thank you so much, Danny. We're going to shut this down. We are having some technical difficulties a little bit with the hearing. And Woodman was telling me that the other day. He couldn't hear me very well. So I need to look at some things here.
All right. Well, it did work for a while.
No, I mean, it's still working. That's just,
Sorta.
they're probably having a hard time hearing. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear Greg's getting settled down in the Carolinas, getting away from all that mold. He's going to be in some good, clean air, man. Good, clean air. Carolinas are beautiful. Very beautiful. I'm sure he's going to be very happy there, him and the kids, you know.
Good weather, beaches, got the ocean.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be able to sell his artwork also, you know. If he gets out by the beaches, you know, to the ocean, you're talking about, you know, a lot of tourists are down there, you know, so it's probably a win-win for him, you know. God bless him.
So just to show everyone some of the things that we get, I've done it time to time. I'll show you now. This is cool. So I got this little stream deck making the life really easy here at the Patriot Hour. Again, this would come from some of the things you guys have given to the Patriot Hour. And this thing is a one-stop button awesomeness. Like right now, the live count even on that one tells me 368 people in the room. So I can just look at that. And then I got these buttons for stopping, switching cameras. Patriot Hour. Very, very cool. Very easy. Very easy peasy. I'm getting all kinds of calls now. But we're not taking any more calls, folks. I am sorry to say. We'll do that later. Because we got to fix the volumes, and I can't do much more. So, Johnny Almerandez, thank you. Lisa Taylor, again, any chance of another video like Digital Warriors? Need another Digital Warrior, but my son is Army Reserves. I'd love to see more videos like Digital Warriors. Yeah, possibly. I will definitely get on something like that. I have no problem. Make a variety of videos for all the different...
Tell him we said hey. Yeah. Howdy, hey.
Tell him
thank
you.
God bless you. Yeah.
By the way, for the Army Reserves and working at Lockheed, I actually talked with them at a, you know, job fair when I was getting out of the service on the military base. They were trying to recruit me. I just didn't want to go to Texas. I think a lot of their jobs are down there in the Texas area, and I just was gone for 9 years already at that point. So I decided I was going to get back to the area a little bit. All right, Woodman brother, we will shut this one down. We will do it again, maybe later tonight. If not, tomorrow morning for sure. I give the Patriots my word, so therefore we will do it. Woodman brother, tomorrow, 8:30, 9 a.m.-ish kickoff. Probably do some more phone calls in the morning. I might get, I don't know about another live video, but possibly later tonight, another little live video, some phone calls. If not, look for some other videos coming out. Woodman brother, any final thoughts as words of encouragement?
Don't be in a hurry. Yeah, don't be in a hurry, everybody. I know everybody's in a big hurry. I am too, but you know, you've got to settle down. You know, let things take its course. You know, it is very touchy stuff. Like I say, you know, it's wishy-washy weather around here. If you know any elderly person, take them a bowl of soup, you know, bring them a blanket, sit down, have a half an hour conversation. That makes them feel real good. Hug your neighbor. God bless you all. Stay on the path. We're trying our best to do the right thing, and Mike's got a whole bunch of new equipment going on, and God bless him. He's just plucking away like nobody's business, man. So give him a howdy hey and a lot of support because he's doing tremendous work, you know. God bless you all. I'm glad to be a Patriot on track here along with all the rest of you. I guess that's about all I got to say, you know.
All right, brother. We'll see you on the next Patriot
Airborne,
Hour.
Everybody. Airborne.
That was Woodman, Airborne. All right, you guys. Again, Patriot Fest 2020, Patriots with an S, Fest 2020 at gmail.com. Give us an email if you plan on attending. We're going to talk about that a little more tomorrow morning. I'll give Woodman some leeway there just to kind of go on and go over everything again, the address, the dates, the time. But again, if you email us at patriotsfest2020 at gmail.com, that is a list to get on the mailing list, which we've already done one mail out. So make sure you get on that, and we will get back to you as well with the flyer. All right, we got a digital flyer put out. It's going to be a great time. We're going to get to meet each other face to face for the first time. No agendas. There is a flag retirement that takes place. There is a motorcycle ride, and then there's just good music, drinks, food, and good times. Bonfires, camping out right on the facility of the Legion, because that's how this Legion is located. It's nestled off some woods. Plus, we have plenty of grounds to just, there's it's family friendly. There's a tank there for the Boy Scouts are involved every year. I always give the Boy Scouts a tour. We open up the tank. This is like a World War II era tank, I believe. So, all right, you guys, we're going to shut this one down. I got things to do, and we will see you back here on the next Patriot Hour update video coming real soon. You have a good afternoon.